Welcome to the Empty Nest Teacher channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you have seen a video or two here before, thank you so much for coming back. We don't take anybody for granted. This morning is Monday, January 10th. Is it the 10th? Yeah, it is the 10th. And I am on my way into school. I cannot say that I'm, happy about that just because of everything that's been going on with the pandemic. There were, a number of teachers that would have loved to remain virtual along with our students. Our students are virtual until Tuesday, January 18th. And we would have also loved to remain virtual, for safety reasons. Not only, and this is, a nationwide situation, not only are students, contracting COVID, teachers are as well. So in my district, if you looked at any of the videos from my last few videos, you'll know that last week we had Monday and Tuesday we were off, and then Wednesday through Friday was virtual for students, but that was due to the weather. We had a quick little snowstorm that came through, got more than what we thought we were going to get, and the road crews and all of that were not prepared. They had not prepared for that adequately. So that meant that the roads not being clean and school parking lots not being plowed and all of that meant that, we could not. Some of us couldn't even get out of our neighborhoods. So that was last week. I was hoping to see, as I was traveling back home yesterday, I was hoping to see an email to say that, we should just be virtual this week as well for some reason. And it's like part of me knew that that wasn't going to happen, but I guess it was like wishful thinking. So anyway, I'm on my way into work. I have a headache this morning, probably due to lack of sleep over the last few days, with the traveling and all of that. Even when I was in Illinois with Malia, I really did not take advantage of the time that I did have to sleep. I took my work laptop with me and, started lesson planning and all that, working on things for this week. I generally try to do a bulk of the lesson planning on Saturday and Sunday so that I won't have to do a lot of that during the week. So that's what I did during times where I could have, gotten some sleep in when I was with her. And then the other thing that I did was couponing. She has a CVS and a Walgreens that, is close to her apartment. And so I was, looking at the deals and decided to make sure that she had some things. So I did a few transactions at Walgreens. So she knows that I coupon and everything like that. And, she knows, that it takes a little bit of time to kind of put stuff together and all this type of stuff. She doesn't have the patience to do it, which, is cool. So what I do is log in, like all of my kids, now that they have graduated high school and, gone on, they all have, Walgreens, CVS, those type of accounts. So that way, if there are deals that, they can take advantage of where they are, they can do that. Or if there are deals that, everybody can take advantage of, like toothpaste or body wash, where they are, I'll do the deal on, their accounts and, they get it or whatever. Or I'll put the coupons on their accounts and I'll tell them what to go get. And like, this is how much, you should pay, like before taxes. Because of course, the percentage of tax paid may be different, sales tax maybe different depending on what state they're in. But so the sleep time that I should have taken advantage of, I was making sure she had a few items. So I did that, but I felt happy about it. I didn't get a chance to take any pictures of it. Recently I've been trying to do like videos to show you what deals I did. Didn't get a chance to do that, so I might you know, put something together like with pictures to show what I did. Like one of the deals, like she was, even though she knows I coupon, she was just like, oh my gosh, mommy, I paid $11.75, and I think with tax it ended up being like $12.92, and I got $12 and I think 22 cents back. So that transaction was basically free. So when I stumble upon things like that, you know, I mean, hey, free transaction. And then what I did with, so we earned some Walgreens cash on her account. And generally, you know, I kind of leave the majority of the Walgreens cash on her account. So if she does go to the store and, you know, does not, you know, use any coupons or whatever like that, because there are times where she'll go to the store and just buy stuff. And I'm like, girl, if you don't tell me so I can put some coupons on your account if I know what, you know, she's going to get. Usually it's like detergent or something like that. But that's the thing that we didn't get a chance to coupon for, because the deals that they had last week weren't really, I guess, and this week, because I looked this week, weren't really the normal detergent deals that I do. So, you know, it's just not the cycle for it right now. So I told her I'll just, you know, put the coupons on there and then just tell her what to get. And for Walgreens, I think I'm going to be a big Walgreens shopper for her in Illinois. And I can't remember with CVS if they do pickup. I think CVS does do pickup, but I have to confirm that. But I'll do both of those stores if CVS also has like pickup, where I can do the deal on her account and then she can just go pick it up. So I'll do that. I'll, you know, pay attention to that. Another thing that I need to look into, I intended to do it over the weekend, but just didn't get to it. Next month, I'm going to go visit Malia, not in Illinois, but she has a track meet, and it's her conference track meet. So that is at the end of February, and that will be in Ohio. So I need to get my hotel for that. It's in, I think it'll be in Ohio. So that'll be the last weekend of the month. So I've already taken off, you know, submitted my leave for work, because I'll have to be off that Friday and that Monday. So the kid's godfather will be riding with me to go support her. He's been like a major supporter of the kids during their high school career for track. And it's funny because he also was at the track meets when they were like 5 or 6 years old, when they you know, first initially started track. But of course nothing serious came of that at that time, because we just couldn't get the practice schedule together because of, you know, the family situation we had going on at the time. But it's funny, after all these years, I'm sorry about the glare of the sun, guys. I'm driving, obviously, and I can't control the sun. But it's funny, after all these years, you know, when they got to high school, they had the option to continue grappling or run track. And that both of the girls decided to run track. And so that's what they did. And thank God they did it, because they got scholarships. And that was one of my concerns at the time. I let them choose. You know, like, I really did not, you know, I didn't pressure them to choose either or. I wanted them to do, you know, be happy doing what they wanted to do. So I let them choose. But I was ecstatic that they chose track, because I knew track was something that they could get a scholarship in for college. At the time, I knew that, of course, where Lloyd Irving, shout out to Lloyd Irving again. At the time, I knew that there were, some high school students that had come through the program that were older than my kids. And they were doing amazing. Like, they traveled the world and all of that, competed. And a lot of them still do as adults now. They're amazing athletes. But my thing was, as a single mom, like, will that help me pay for college? So I did have that in the back of my mind, even though I didn't, say that to the kids, the girls at the time. And so that's why I was just so happy that, they decided to go ahead and go back to the little track route that had been planted when they were really young. So thank God in our situation, like, God really blessed, and Malia ended up getting a full ride off of track, and Shalise ended up getting like 85%. So you can't complain, like, especially when you have twins. If any of you have twins or know anybody that has twins, like, that's one of the concerns, when you want your kids to go to college. That's one of the concerns, unless you just, you have money like that. You have been able to make and save money like that. That was not my story. So I knew they still were going to go to college, but it was just a matter of what were going to be the parameters, like what were we going to be able to do. So, like, God really blessed, and I'm, like, still to this day, like, so appreciative. Like, I cannot express how appreciative to God I am. And that's why, one of the reasons why, I am also grateful that I was able, because of the situation that I had at the time, I was able to be there to support them through that. I honestly don't know what the situation would have been had I not, like, been able to be there as much as I was. And thank God I don't really have to worry about that, but I don't know what the situation would have been. At that time, when my girls went to high school, they needed a lot of emotional support, and we didn't know, like, the things that happened during their high school years, we didn't know those things were going to happen. And so I'm just so glad that with the flow of everything that happened, like, I was able to be there. So there was, like, a constant, they had a constant emotional support system, and that really made a difference. Even with some of the, kids would be kids, teenagers would be teenagers, there'll be different situations just because, it's a teenage thing. But when teenagers have to suffer the consequences, I'll say, of certain decisions and all that type of stuff, sometimes that can derail them. Sometimes, that'll make them stronger, just depending on where they are emotionally and mentally and all that type of stuff. And thank God, like, there were no situations that were, like, super, like, no mistakes they made that were super detrimental or anything like that. But all in all, at the end of their high school career, thank God, like, everything worked out. And so both of them ended up going to the school that they wanted to go to. They ended up, Malia wanted to go to, like, a mid-sized school. She didn't want to go to a small school. She didn't want to go to a huge school, a really large school. So she got to go to a mid-sized school, and Shalise wanted to go to a smaller school, and she got that. Both of them got that. And so, the fact that, for Malia, I did not she's in her junior year, and I have not had to pay, anything for school. There's, a few little things here and there, but, like, like the deposit or, something like that, which, has to be paid sometimes before the scholarship kicks in. So I didn't have any problem with that. Okay. Didn't have any problem with that. So, but long story short, I'm just so grateful, so grateful. And, so yeah, that's it. So I'm almost at school. I'm going to stop and get something to eat. Although I have yogurt in my room. I have a headache, so I need to take some aspirin. So I want to have something to take with my aspirin, so I won't have this headache all day long. But anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys on my way to school. I will pull you guys back up a little bit later. I hope everybody has an amazing day. Hey everybody. So as you can see, I'm in my classroom. My kids are at specials. They have PE right now. And I am so tired, y'all. Like, the only thing I can think about is getting off and going home and going to sleep. I'm so tired. But, you know, I'll get through the day. I'm glad that we have this, you know, break for specials when the kids go. So the specialists come into our Zooms, and while we're doing virtual learning, the specialists will come into the classroom teacher Zooms. So, you know, we make them the host, and then, you know, we can, you know, leave from the Zoom until 10:45, you know, when specials are over. So then we go back, you know, and log into our Zoom. But I'm like so tired. My head like feels so foggy or whatever, just because I know it's because I, you know, didn't get a lot of sleep over the past few days with all the driving I had to do and all of that. So all I want right now is just to go home and get in my bed. But so after work, I'm gonna leave. Like, I'm not staying here today. Like, I normally stay late and do this and that. I'm not doing it today. I can't do it today. It's, you know, not out of the norm for me to stay until 6:30. We can stay in the school until 6:30, and then, you know, we generally have to leave. But I'm not doing it today. So I can't go straight home because I have to go pick up my car. My car has been in the shop for a while. So I've been using my mom's car for some time. And so my car is finally ready over the weekend. So while I was in Illinois, they called me and told me that I can come pick up my car. We were waiting forever for a part. I had to order a part, and it took forever for them to ship it. And then it took forever once it was shipped for it to actually get to the shop. So I haven't had my car for some time now. So because that's finally ready, I'm going to go get that and then go home. So that will be a quick process because that's, you know, a few minutes away from my house. So I'll probably go straight there and, you know, go pay for everything. And, or I might go, no, I'll probably go home and pick up my son. That's what I'll do. I'll go home and pick up my son. So I need to call him and tell him to be ready when I get home. So that way we can go ahead and do that really quick. So I'll go pick up my son and then have him to drive. You know, obviously somebody's going to have to drive the other car back home. So that's what I'll do. I just had to kind of think it out really quick. So, so I'm going to, you know, use this. This is one of my planning periods. So I'm going to use this to go ahead and get to planning. I've already planned for today, really, but to, you know, look toward, you know, things, finishing up things for tomorrow and like the rest of the week. I have to plan my health lesson for Friday. I need to do my social studies lesson for Wednesday and Thursday. I already know what I have to do for reading and math. So that's basically it. I already know what I have to do for science today and tomorrow. So I need to work on my social studies and my health lessons, which are at the end of the week. And then like just some regular like to-do items, you know, my to-do list. I need to transfer the things from last week to-do list that did not get completed to this week's to-do list. And then look at anything else that I might need to add to this week's list. that I need to address. I know that I need to update. Obviously, we have, it's been break and then we haven't been in the classroom since December. I need to update all of my objective and standard boards. So I need to do that today and print out those sheets to put them in the little sheet protectors that are on my boards. I need to take down the old work that's on the boards. I already took down the reading, science, and social studies boards, the work that was on there. I need to take down my math and my health boards and update those. So I have vocabulary on the boards and all that. So I need to do the objectives and standards. I need to put up, so I have to figure out what work I'm going to put up because we haven't been in school for a while. I might leave that work up there until they come back next week and then we do more work to put on there. But I still need to update the objectives and standards and then the vocabulary word for the current units. So I need to do that. I will add that to let me add that now because I'll talk and forget. So I already have the standards and objectives. I need to update vocabulary for the boards. And so that's for my inside boards. My outside board, I also need to update, and there was an email from our principal. Let's see. Hallway bulletin things. Okay, I have to check into that. Oh, math. Okay. Math. So my math, my outside board has to be updated by January 21st. Okay. So let me put this here. So I need to come up with the math board for my outside board. So each month, there's a different content area focus for the outside board. So the first month that we did it, it was science. And then now is reading up. I can't remember what is on my board because I didn't even look at my board when I came in this morning. I think it's reading up there now. But so for January on the 21st, we have to come up with, a nice, engaging board. So that would be math. The content focus will be math. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do for that. But I'm glad that that's not until the 21st because that means when I'm preparing for that outside board, inside board too, I try to do the paper and pencil assignment so that way, I have something paper and pencil to put, on those boards. So I'll plan and see what work I'm going to put out there. So that means they come back on the 18th, so 18th, 19th, 20th, 21. So the 8th, I have to give them something that I can put on the board between the 18th and the 20th. So I'll plan that out and make sure that I have, something that's worth going out there, posting out there. All right, that is it for now. I'm going to use the rest of this period, like I said, to finish my planning for the latter part of the week, and I will check in with you later. Hey, everybody. So in my district, there is free testing for teachers. So I just went down to our cafeteria because our nurse called me down, put my name on the list to get tested. So that's one of the good things about, being, I guess, a teacher. You get the free testing every now and then. So I plan on doing that just to make sure. So I'm not sure how often the company is going to be coming. But I do plan on taking advantage of that free testing. So I did just go do that. And I'm getting ready to log in for our afternoon session. We had a lunch break from 12 to 1. And at 1 o'clock was when I was called down to go do the testing. So I asked the students to log back in at 1:15. It's about 1:13 now, and I see people are getting ready to come in. They're in the waiting room. So I'm going to go and let them in and get class started. But I just wanted to share with you, I don't know how many districts around, the country are doing that, but our district, thank God, is offering the free testing. Since we do have to be in the building, at least we can get the free testing. So I did take advantage of that today. So I will pick you back up a little bit later. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, I'm back and the day is finally done. So I am on my way home. I'm getting my daughter to go take me to pick up my car. And then, I guess I need to eat something because I haven't eaten. I ate some potatoes like early this morning because I had to take some aspirin. And thank God my headache did go away. But I probably need to eat something so I won't wake up with a headache. And then go to sleep, y'all. Like, sleep is so precious. I don't know if you guys remember when like you were younger and you didn't want to take naps and all that type of stuff, like, your parents or your teachers at school, when you had nap time, would tell you to take a nap and you would fight sleep and, would fight taking a nap. Honey, in my adult years, like, I would give anything to be able to take a nap in the middle of the day. So I don't know what I was thinking as a child when I didn't want to take naps, but they are precious to me now. So that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, like I said earlier, I did take a COVID test at school today, and I was glad I was able to get that done just to, be sure. And you just never know, what, especially when you're in school, even though the students are not in the classroom yet, they'll come back on Monday. But you're at times have to be around other teachers, other adults in the building. And so, it's just good to be able to make sure, especially at this point in time when, you try to schedule a test or something like that, and it's like so far off because you can't find anywhere that has, tests anytime soon, any appointments. So the fact that they're doing the free tests, I'm excited about. So I don't know how long, I didn't ask her how long the results take to come back, but, we'll see. But anyway, the students are excited about, coming back to school. Every week, I say every few days, I have some students asking me when they're able to come back. So the fact that they know it's next week, they're getting more and more excited, and I'm sure they'll be even, more super excited when next week comes. So of course Monday is a holiday. We are celebrating, Martin Luther King Day, and then they come in on the 18th. Another thing that's happening on the 18th that I have to get my mind ready for is my next class for the new teacher program that I'm in. That class starts on Tuesday, and it starts from 4:45 and extends to 8:15. So hopefully the teacher that we have, won't keep us until 8:15. But we'll see. Every teacher is different, and everybody runs their class differently. This class is 1 day a week, so I only have class on Tuesday. So I don't know if, because it is only 1 day a week, he is going to keep us, but we shall see. This is a math class, so this will be interesting. I think that I'm glad that we have these classes to help reinforce the different skills that we should have, and the different concepts that we should be aware of in order to effectively teach. We have to pass these classes in order to, like, we actually have assignments and everything like that we have to turn in. So I'm also hoping that he is not the type of teacher that gives us like a million things to do that we have to turn in for grades. Of course we have to have some grades, and of course we have to have some assignments, I get it, but I'm just hoping that he doesn't give us like a million things on top of the regular teaching duties that we already have to do, because that can be overwhelming at times when we have certain classes and there are like so many different assignments that have to be turned in. In my last class, I got an A, thank God. Not so much that we get like grade letters, but they give us like the percentages or whatever. It's still based on the same thing, how many points did you earn out of the total number of points available. So in that class I did get a 90-something%. So I'm happy with that. And technically it's pass fail, but I wasn't going to just try to do just enough, because it's like if you ever try to do that, you find out that you didn't make it. So, and then, the purpose of, these classes is to teach us these concepts and reinforce anything that we already knew, so that we can implement them in the classroom with our students. So, I don't want to half do it and, then I don't have the tools that are necessary to do what I need to do in the classroom. So, yeah, I need to enjoy this week. Because this is the last week that I have no classes. So we'll see, guys. I'm sure when Tuesday comes I'll be able to catch you up. The only other thing that kind of irritates me about some of those classes that we have to take, though, are that they start so early. So like I said, this class starts at 4:45. Now, I normally stay at school a little bit longer than, past the time where we actually release the students. And then for us, we have to stay until our students are gone. So and I tend to have a few, late students. I tend to have some students who, something happens and, I have to end up waiting sometime. Some on a weekly basis, and some, every now and then, but more than what it should be. And so, if it's on that day where class starts, so early, then it's kind of, so I find myself like starting the class from the car. And that's kind of irritating, because if there is something, where I want to write down notes or something like that, I can't do that because, I'm driving. So I wish they would just consider that. Like, it doesn't, and my thing is, I don't even live like super far away from my school. But I just think about, what about the other employees? What about the other teachers, who do have a longer commute, and they'll miss more of the class than I would. And when I say miss the class, meaning the ability to, take notes and really, pay attention to the slides and all of that. While I'm driving, I can, glance here and there, but I can't, pay attention to the slides. So, one of the good things is that, we do get the slide decks, or the presentation, whatever format they use. I think so far it's been Google Slides. So we do get that, so we can go back and review, but I just wish that they would consider the time factor, but who am I? So, like I said, I'll get my mind together. I'll try to get as much sleep or whatever as I can this week. Because even though it's one day a week in class, the other days you still, have to work on your assignments. And I'm just praying that he doesn't compensate for, oh, this class is only 1 day a week, so here's all, you know, this load of assignments that you work on the rest of the week, you know, to justify the class. So, you know, we'll see what happens. And so this weekend, I think I'm going to try to do, like, plan further than I normally plan, in order to try to, you know, next week I'll see how this class goes. And, you know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you want to hit the like button, I would appreciate it. If you want to make any comments, do that as well. If you would like to share the video, I would be very grateful. You can also subscribe to my channel so that you can look at all the other videos that I have done. Like I've said in previous closings of the videos, everything is not about me being a teacher. There's some life things that I put on here, like couponing or, you know, things with my children, and I hope you enjoy them. But the reason I did start this channel was because I wanted to document my journey, or at least a part of my journey, as a first-time teacher. So you can also hit the notification bell, so every time I upload a new video, you will be among the first to know. All right, so I am pulling up to my house so that I can get my child. My daughter is going to go with me so that I can go pick up my car, and then I'm going to grab something to eat, and then I am done for the day. I am done. Like, I am done. All right, you guys have an awesome day or night whenever you're looking at this video, and I shall talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.